Hey everybody, just wanted to show you something here on the side of the road, a little history. First, before I show you the history, I want to show you this here beautiful old wild magnolia. But look at all old babies out here eating, just grazing. This is old Florida here for you. But the rolling hills here are just so beautiful, this little area. But what I wanted to show you is right over here. My son's going to drive the car as I walk to give y'all a little video. The old house is here. Okay, now these go back, stay off the road, trucks coming by. These go back to the very early 1900s. These houses here do. And what had happened was when the slaves were freed, some of these now on up go back to the 1800s. When the slaves were freed, they would come through the, the southern states, and they were looking for work and whatnot. And these houses were built for them. They would come and work these same pastures and farming areas and live at these houses. And there's some pretty good stories with the family that came here and lived here and spent the rest of their lives up until they passed right here in these very land and these old houses. But this is old history you really don't hear of or see anymore. This is the history that's been erased. Everybody wants repercussions, and they want this and they want that. You hear nothing about bad. You don't hear anything about the good. And this gentleman that owned all this property, farming property, built these houses. These people weren't enslaved. They were free. They came here to make a good, honest living and live just like we all did. And that's what they did. And there's some stories online that I will post on our Facebook page. That is Charlie and Janice on YouTube. And you can read some of these stories yourself. But this is some old history here that, it's not told. Everybody frowns upon it. But the sad part about history is about 90% of what they're being fed, everybody's being fed, isn't even true. Isn't the way it was. It's all about a new history that's going to come years later and an agenda. But each one of these places here have a different story to tell, but all about the stories of freedom and living like everybody deserved to. Sadly, slavery existed, but it didn't exist just for black folks. It existed for white folks and Indians and Chinese and Mexican, and every race there was had slaves. But you don't hear none of that because they want to use all of that to create exactly what's been created, and it's sad. I love and respect everybody. It's you being the person you are makes you who you are, nothing else. Not a skin color, not a tone of your skin, nothing. Just you as a person. I would have so enjoyed to come up here and sit down on them same front porches and just talk to the people that were living here and listen to their life stories and the troubles and the things they actually went through to get them where they were. Living free, being honest, living honest, and enjoying life. I know one of the stories I read, the folks that lived in this house, all the way to their great-granddaughter would come here and see them. That's how long they lived here. I mean, you see the electrical on the side of the buildings. They lived here until they died. And created a nice life that they enjoyed living. because they had been through all that, the slavery end of it and everything. They knew firsthand what it was. Nobody today knows. Everybody's looking for entitlement and whatever works for them. They're erasing history. It's part of history. What we have to do is come together and be proud that we moved forward and do it together. But I just wanted to show you this stuff. This is stuff that nobody sees. We're in the town of Shiloh. I think it's called Shiloh. I may be pronouncing it wrong, but I will post that on the Facebook page along with the stories of the people living in these houses. So just wanted to bring you that video, tell you a little history, and show you the beauty that's out here. I mean, look how beautiful this is. Look at this. All the rolling hills. You know, it's just absolutely beautiful. Sit on your front porch. Now back then this road wasn't here. It was just, you know, dirt. Sit on that front porch and see that view every morning with a cup of coffee. Man, I could do that. All right, you guys, another quick history. Hope you enjoyed it. We'll talk to you soon.